Lewandowski, and I'm here today to tell you all why you should quit smoking. Now imagine, you wake up in a hospital bed. Your family and loved ones surround you with tears in their eyes. You try to speak, but you can't because of the tube down your throat. Now as you look up at all of them and see the pain that they're in, you know that you caused it due to your actions. And had you had the knowledge of what you were doing, maybe you would have stopped. Now, smoking is extremely common. I knew it was common, but before researching this, I didn't really understand how common it actually was. 1.3 billion people worldwide smoke. That means that 20% of the world's population is smokers. I mean, imagine that. 1 in 5 people in the entire world smoke. In the US, the statistics are almost worse. 21.4% of Caucasians smoke, 19.8% of African Americans, 13.3% of Hispanics, 9.6% of Asian and Pacific Islanders, 36.4% of American Indians and Alaskan Natives. Now, the most terrifying statistic on the screen right now is that 25% of American teenagers smoke. That means that smoking cigarettes is so common that it can get into the hands of anyone, and it is an addiction. So if you start as a teenager, the likelihood of you stopping anytime soon is very low. Now, what's so dangerous about it? We hear people talking all the time about how they're going to die anyway, they know the dangers, but I honestly don't think that they really understand how severe the dangers are. SmokingSucks.com states that smoking cigarettes causes emphysema, strokes, and heart attacks. Now, all three of these are very, very serious medical conditions that I personally wouldn't want to be faced with, and I wouldn't want to see anyone that I loved faced with them either. Now, the most dangerous cancer, the most dangerous situation of smoking is cancer, obviously. You can get cancer of the lungs, throat, esophagus, mouth, larynx, cervix, pancreas, kidneys. Now, that is a huge list of cancers that you could obtain. Any one of those could be seriously detrimental to your health. And the real danger about cancer is that it spreads. So even if you get cancer of the mouth and have to have part of your jaw taken out, it could very easily spread through your bloodstream and eventually kill you. The death tolls of smoking are absolutely terrifying as well. Over 400,000 people in the US alone are killed yearly due to smoking-related illnesses. Smoking kills more than AIDS, car accidents, murders, alcohol and drug abuse, and suicides combined every year in the US. 1 in 5 deaths in the US are smoking related. Now think about that. 1 in 5% of the world smokes, and 1 in 5% of the deaths in the US are caused by smoking. 47 million Americans smoke. And the sad, sad fact of the matter is that over half of these people will die due to their addiction. Now that's 47 million people. Half of that is absolutely detrimental to our country. There are over 40 ingredients in tobacco smoke that cause cancer. Now, you can look on the back of any pack of cigarettes and find these ingredients. But the fact is that once you start smoking, it's hard to see that that danger is real. So the only way for us to really prevent it is to stop it from happening in the first place. Is it too late to stop? We hear a lot of people out there who are, 50, 60 years old, they've been smoking since they were teenagers. They feel like if they stopped now, it wouldn't mean anything, and that's absolutely not true. The health benefits of quitting are huge. According to the National Cancer Institute, there are immediate health benefits to stopping smoking cigarettes. Immediately, your heart rate and blood pressure will return to normal. 3 to 4 hours later, your carbon monoxide in the blood declines. 2 to 3 weeks later, blood circulation increases, and 2 to 3 weeks later, your coughing and wheezing will subside. And 3 to 4 months later, the sense of taste and smell is improved. Now, all of these are things you have to realize that up until now, you've been dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So even if you're smoking now and you don't feel like it's really affecting you, 4 months later, your life will be completely different. Of course, there are also serious long-term health benefits of quitting. This includes reduced risks of cancers and other diseases, and a less likely cause of death, or less likely to be your death caused by smoking-related illnesses. Now, quitting at 60 years old, most people would think is almost pointless, but the fact is that you will have a longer life expectancy than someone who continues to smoke for the rest of their life. Quitting at 50 actually reduces your risk of premature death by 50%, which is a huge margin. It's almost as if you really did smoke half of your life and it affected half of your life. Quitting at 30 will reduce your risk of premature death by 90%. Now that's absolutely incredible because most people who've been smoking, if they're 30 years old, they've been doing it for decades. And so the fact that quitting after you've been smoking for decades can still increase your life expectancy by 90% is absolutely amazing. Getting help is incredibly easy. It is an addiction, it's hard to face, but there's help out there. There are hundreds of help agencies in the US alone, and all over the world there are many more. And there are special products designed to help people quit smoking. There are patches, which puts a constant stream of nicotine into your system so that you can slowly wean yourself off of that addiction while not having the harms of the asbestos and things like that that are in your actual cigarettes. There's gum, which does the same thing, but it gets into your system faster, and it's more of a, you do it a couple times a day kind of thing instead of wearing it 24 hours. There's artificial smoke, which is a pretty recent development, but it's proven to help people quit because even though you're not having the nicotine, you're not having the tobacco, you're not having those 40 products that will cause you to have cancer, you still have the physical feeling of smoking, which is what people honestly get addicted to. And so it helps you feel like you still are, but lets your body get back in the rhythm of being normal before you quit cold turkey. There's also medication and therapy. Now people can go through all of these top choices and maybe it just doesn't help them. So there are special therapists who can help you stop addictions, and although smoking is so common, it is a heavy, heavy addiction, and there are therapists specifically for that. Now, I've handed you all a picture of a cancerous lung. You can see here that this is a healthy lung. So this is what all of your lungs look like right now because you're not smoking. This lung, however, is tar-filled and cancer-ridden. Now, imagine what your lungs have to do to help you survive. This lung isn't doing it very well. Now, I challenge all of you to take action. You all need to go out. If you smoke yourselves, which none of you do, stop, and everyone you know, inform them. Let them know that it is dangerous and that it doesn't just affect them. It affects you too. Because the thing is that if someone that I love is smoking, whenever they're on their deathbed, I'm the one who's going to be there dealing with it. And that's the big problem. But the thing is that we all have the power to change it. We all have the power to lift people up and help them out. Smoking is the #1 preventable cause of death in the US. If we can all join together and help people stop that, the #1 cause of preventable death will be gone. So I challenge all of you to take action, go out there and spread the word. Thank you.